Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Anya and in today's video I will be sharing with you all of the makeup that left my collection in 2021. So for the last couple of years I have kept every single makeup item that I either finished, that expired or that I decluttered throughout the entire year and done kind of a recap at the end just to see how many things actually left my collection. Just in general, I try to pan as much makeup as I can. I try to use everything that I have, but I have in the past fallen into the trap of overconsumption and just bought too many things. The downside to that is makeup expires, and it has led that to several things expiring in my collection faster than I could use them up. I can't wear makeup every single day, so panning things is also generally a little bit harder because of that. And just doing this where I have kind of a check-in at the end of the year and looking at everything gives me an idea of how much I can realistically use up, how much does expire when your collection is too big, and how many things I just don't like. And it helps me make better decisions about how many things to bring into my collection, but also what things to bring in. Now there are two things that I ended up decluttering that are not here because I gave them away. Everything else I am going to throw away when I'm done filming this video or recycle what I can. I think I'm just going to get into the video and I'm going to start with the box of the stuff that I finished. I was a little bit surprised at what items I finished and what I didn't finish. I'm going to go through everything kind of briefly, share whether I like them or not. I think the easiest way for me to do and go about this is to just split it into categories. I finished 3 primers. I finished the number 7 Airbrusher White Primer. This is a mini. This is one of my favorite primers. It's great for smoothing texture, makes my makeup look nice and stay on really well, so I really like that. I finished the NYX Hydro Touch Primer. This is a very lightweight gel moisturizing primer. It feels like a gel moisturizer. I remember when I finished this I said that I didn't really care for this type of primer. I didn't have a use for it, so when I finished it I was gonna not buy any more of them. I have had one more come into my life as a gift from my sister and I have found that I have a use for these now. And then I have the Cover FX Illuminating Primer Mini. This was okay, very nice and glowy. I have 3 setting sprays. I have the Makeup Mecha Mist Spray. It was okay, not a favorite, not gonna repurchase. The Makeup Mecha Setting Spray with the pink cap is a favorite, love it, already have another one, will buy again. The Body Shop Mint Mattifying Face Mist was okay. Don't put this in your eyes because you will burn your eyeballs because it has mint in it. I made that mistake more than once. I finished one powder. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Ethereal Light, which was the white looking one with a cooler undertone. I liked it. It is very pricey. I have one lip gloss here that I used as a blush. This is the NYX Slip Tease Lip Oil in Pop-In. I got this in an advent calendar and it's a peachy color. I hate peach lipsticks on myself, but I love them as blush, so that's kind of been how I've been wearing a lot of them. And this was really lovely. So I finished only one brow pencil last year, which is very surprising because I can go through a brow pencil in about 2 to 3 months with regular use. The only one I finished was the Colourpop Brow Pencil in Arched Auburn, and this is their non-retractable one, and I did not like it. It was way too soft for me. I prefer a more firm texture in the pencil. My favorite is the NYX Micro Brow. I finished 2 brow gels. I finished the Makeup Mecha Easy Peasy Brow Gel when it was in this packaging and I really like this. I did repurchase it. The other one is the Colourpop Brow Boss Gel. This was also really nice. This has a little bit more texture to them, so it does make my brows look a little bit thicker. Mine is the clear shade because I don't have a hair color that kind of matched any of the other ones. Not a favorite, not one I would run to repurchase. I finished an eye primer. This is the Wonder 2 Prime and Behold. It was okay. Not a favorite one, and I kind of just used it because I wanted to try and pan it. I finished 2 Stila Glitter and Glows. So I have the highlighter in the shade Painted Lady, which is a gorgeous eyeshadow. That's how I used it. I really liked it. And then I have the eyeshadow version in the shade Rose Gold Retro, which is just divine. One of my favorite colors. I finished 2 mascaras. I have the Tarte Lights Camera Splashes, a favorite. I have repurchased it multiple times. I'm currently using one. I adore it. It is just amazing for holding my lashes up, keeping the curl. The Maybelline Lash Sensational I did not like. I ended up using it a lot on the bottom lashes and just layering it on top of the Tarte one. I ended up finishing 3 lip liners. These are all from the same Makeup Mecha lip liner on point range in the shade 5, 8 and 9. So 5 is a cool toned brown. I liked it. 8 is more of a mid-tone rosy, my lips but better kind of color, and then 9 is a cool toned red. I really like the formulation of this. I have backups of all all of these shades, which is why I panned them. I'm going to keep using them because I like them. They are great, affordable lip liners. I finished a lip gloss. This was the e.l.f. Rouge Radiance Gloss Stain product. It was okay. Didn't love it, didn't hate it. Only other things that I finished, they are all samples. I used them only a handful of times, so I can't really say whether they were good or not. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, the pressed version. I can't really tell how a powder is going to be when they are in this format. I used it, it was okay. The Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipstick. I had the shade Red Carpet Red, maybe. It was a red shade. Very nice. I do have 2 Matte Revolution lipsticks. I know I like the formulation and I liked the colour. I have a lot of red lipsticks though, so I don't need a new one. The Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2 I did not like, did not work for me. The Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Primer I also didn't really like. It was very glittery and not in a nice way. I don't mind glittery highlighters and primers, but this emphasized dryness on my skin and I just did not like the way it looked. I have the Magic Foundation and the Retoucher Concealer. They were both fine, none that I really am running towards purchasing in a full size. I have the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Exposed. Again, can't really tell the powder when it comes like this. I have a Tarte blush and I've used the formulation before. It's fine. I'm not a very big cool toned pink blush person though, so I'm not going to buy that colour. And the other sample in here is from Tarte and they are the Miraculous Creaseless Concealer. I had 4 shades in here. I had Fairly Light Neutral, which was a decent match for me and I loved it. And then I ended up mixing white mixer and stuff into the other 3 shades to make it work. Loved the formulation on that and would consider repurchasing in the future. So next up is all of the stuff that expired. I'm not going to split this into categories like I did with the empties and stuff. I'm just going to grab anything that is like similar to each other and talk about them like that. I have 2 Stila Glitter and Glows. I have the shade Plum On, which is a purple, and Diamond Dust, which is a silver. As I said, I do really like the Stila Glitter and Glow formulations. They are packed with glitter and I really love them. I have 3 from Makeup Mecha that I also did really enjoy. So New Star is a copper, Magic is kind of like a rose gold colour, and then Make a Wish is light pink that looks mostly like transparent on me with multicoloured like holographic glitter. This was my favourite. I loved this so much. I have a foundation sample here. This is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting. This is at least 8 years old. I've not opened it. I'm not going to open it. This Colourpop All-Star Matte and Blur Primer I tried using. It broke me out horribly and that's kind of when I realised how old this is. I didn't really like it. I'm not a big fan of mattifying primers. I have a Colourpop Volumizing Mascara, the BFF one in Brownie Point. I did not like this. I have 2 liquid liners. I have the Maybelline Master Precise as well as the Makeup Mecha Skinny Dip. They are both black. They are both okay. I have this Milani Baked Blush in Dulce Pink, and I think with this going now, this might be the last makeup item that I kept from when I went to Florida back in 2015. This used to be a favourite blush of mine. I've worn this dome completely flat. It's a pink with a lot of golden shimmer and sparkles, but this just does not perform the way it used to anymore. So I am kind of retiring it, but oh my gosh, this have gotten so much use over the last like 7 years. I've loved it so much. This is a Tanya Burr Cosmetics liquid highlighter. It was trash. Just does not work for me. It does not give me glow, it just emphasizes texture. I have the Rimmel Scandalize Nude Eye Pencil here. This one I've had for an embarrassingly long time and it needs to go. It's more than 7 years old. The rest in here are lip products, and I will say lip products as well as mascaras are the easiest one for me to notice when they expire because the smell changes very noticeably. I have Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, all of the 3 original Disney Designer and Colourpop glosses. The Colourpop gloss line is just great. I love the glosses that I have tried from Colourpop. Both these ones, which are the ultra glossy lips, but I also really like the Luxe glosses. I have a tiny lip pencil, the Little Lippy from Colourpop in Gold Digger. This is great, smells awful. The colour is really nice. I like the lippy stick formulation. And I have the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip here. This is an ambush, beautiful red. I've never worn this. I opened this to try and use it because I had bought this and had it in my stash as kind of a backup unopened, and opened it and it smelled horrible. I have a number 7 High Shine lip gloss in the shade Nude. This is a very pigmented gloss. I did not like that. I am a sheer gloss lover. I don't like very pigmented glosses, and that one is just a touch too pigmented for me. This is a Barry M Matte Me Up matte liquid lip paint. Mine leaks and has collected dust around the cap because it's sticky. The colour is gorgeous, but this is expired. It's separated, and once I went to try and use it, it leaked everywhere. It was a mess. I have two Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Lip Colour. I have the shade Shadow, which is grey, and Be My Baby, which is a neutral pink brown. They were really nice. I like the formulation. The final four that expired here are small NYX products. So I have one liquid suede in Starstruck, which is a red, very pretty. I like the formulation of the liquid suedes. And then I have three NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams, which are my favorite liquid lipstick formulation. I have the shade Vienna, which is a cool toned mauvey purple, Prague, which is a bright pink, and Soul, which is more of a purple. I really like them, but unfortunately they have expired. I am running out of battery on my phone, so I'm going to speed through all of the stuff that I decluttered. Now, in comparison with the stuff that I finished and the stuff that expired, the majority of the stuff in here I did not like. There are a couple of things that I decluttered because they were getting older. When I decluttered them, they were technically still fine within my parameters that I have, but I did not feel comfortable using them, so they could have been in the expired box. I'm going to talk about those first, and that's the Rimmel Lasting Finish foundation, a favorite of mine. This is a tad bit too dark for me, but I love the formulation, the coverage, the finish. Amazing, but it's very old. Did not feel comfortable using it anymore, so I got rid of it. Same with the Revlon Colorstay. This one I actually had not used, but it was from 2017, and I brought it out to use it last year, and just something kept me off doing it every single time I pulled it out, and that told me it needed to go. A Makeup Mecha Mattifying Camouflage Foundation. Same with this, it was just old. I did not prefer this over all of my other ones, so I just got rid of it. The Makeup Mecha Invisible Cover Concealer, kind of the same, lighter coverage, looks very nice and natural, but was getting a little bit older. And then I have the stick foundations from Makeup Mecha. I have two shades, so I have Porcelain and Neutral Fair. I tended to mix them. They just were never a favourite of mine, and I did use them for a bit, but then I stopped and never got into them again. Oh, I have a tiny lip gloss sample here. This is actually my finished one. It's the Buxom one. It was okay, I didn't like plumping glosses, so I'm not going to repurchase the full-on lip polishes. This Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade C1. The colour is pretty good for me, but this again is just old and something kept me from using it. Those are the only things in here that I kept using just from age. I do have two things that I ended up decluttering that ended up going to my sister. One of them is a Duo Lash Glue because I was not using mine. She needed it for a project, I think, so she got to try that. The other one is an Isadora Mascara, which I either went to my sister or my mother. I did not like it, so I ended up giving that away for them to try. This NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Buenos Aires, hated on the lips. It's a bright peach. It looks almost neon peach on me. Gorgeous as blush, which is how I used it. I have ended up buying a decent amount of cream blushes over the last year. I did not have a need for this anymore, so I got rid of it. Most of the things in here I now kind of feel and meh about. So my first item decluttered last year was these lashes from House of Lashes. These are the Le Petit singles. I tried using them, and in theory I would love them, but I could not get them to work. I spent so long trying to put a single eyelash on that I nearly just chucked the thing in the bin. No, I cannot handle that. I have two powders that I got rid of. The Makeup Mecha Baked Highlighter in Halo Me is actually a highlighter, but it just does nothing for me as a highlighter, and it ends up more like a glowy powder with a little bit of coverage. But I have other powders that I prefer. And the other one is the Isadora Anti-Shine Mattifying Powder, and this is just too dark. I have a cream highlighter. This is the 1:2 Caviar Illuminator in Mother of Pearl. In theory, this would be nice, but this is, again, it's getting a little bit older, so I kind of got rid of it because of that. But I also am not a big fan of pink highlighters, and I prefer my Colourpop Super Shock Cheek, which is a pink one, over this one. I have two blushes that I got rid of. One of them is the Tarte Amazonian Clay in Natural Beauty, and I don't know why I bought it. I know why I bought it. It was pretty, it was bright, but this just is too bright for me. It's too cool toned. The other one is the Wet n Wild Colour Icon in Pearlescent Pink. This is very pretty, and it is my kind of blush colour, which is more of a peach colour, and it has a little bit of shimmer to it. I have a lot of blushes that look like this, and this is my least favourite of all of them, so I got rid of it. I got rid of a eyeshadow. This one I ended up halfway depotting and then just sticking back into the packaging. It's a very dark matte purple. It's a little bit patchy and sheer and difficult to work with. I'm not using it. I got rid of this Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation in 3M. This is at least 4 shades, maybe 5 shades too dark for me. I'm not using it. The rest in here are lip products. So I got rid of 2 of the Wonder Kiss lip plumping glosses. I kept the red shade because it's a sheer red and I love it. But I got rid of the shade Nude and the shade Rose. I got rid of my little Clinique Chubby Stick Intense in Mightiest Maraschino. I have enough reds. This is getting older. I don't need it. I got rid of all of my 3 Marc Jacobs La Marque Liquid Lip Crayons. I had Night Mauves, Ready to Go, and Plum and Get It. These were just unusable. These were so soft that they smeared everywhere and I could not get them to work. In theory, these are amazing. Great staying power, looks amazing on the lips, but they are a nightmare to use and I just did not want to put up with that anymore. The rest in here are Makeup Mecha lipsticks. So I have Enough Said, which is a bright pink. I don't wear bright pink lipsticks. And I think all of the other ones are a creamy formulation, with the exception of this one. This is Keeper. Very pretty. I have so many shades that look like that. I don't need that one. And the rest of these are a creamy formulation and they are broken in the tube and so messy to apply. This is the shade Walk of Shame, which is very pretty, very nice nude. I have so many shades that look like this that I prefer, so I got rid of it. Classy is a red. I don't like my reds to be shiny, I like them matte. Worship, again, another kind of brown. It falls over in the tube when you put pressure on it. Nude and Rude is the lightest nude I owned and it was too light for me. I never used it. That was my year of empties. I don't think I miscounted, but there might be products that are not here. 83 products left my collection last year. My goal was 100, so I was a little bit under that. My main goal was to bring in less products than came out and I only brought in 76, so I hit that goal. My goal this year is to finish 100 again. I want 100 out and I would like less than half of that in, so less than 50. In the 3 categories, I ended up fully finishing 29. I ended up decluttering 27 and 27 items expired. Overall, last year was not a great year for makeup panning for me. From August, I started school and barely touched makeup ever since, so panning was very slow going at the end of the year. This year I'm envisioning things to stay kind of the same. I'm hoping to wear makeup at least once a week, if nothing else, just do some eyeshadow for fun. So panning is going to be slow again this year, but I'm okay with that. All in all, I am happy with the things that left. I've not missed a single thing that I decluttered. I am halfway thinking of doing another declutter kind of soon. If you finished and panned any makeup last year, tell me about it yourself. How did you do? Did you hit your goals? I never really hit mine and I set them kind of high on purpose. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna let you all go. I'm gonna go to bed. Tell me the stuff you're planning on panning this year. I will leave my Project Pan intro for 2022 linked in the description box when it's up. I think it's either up before or after this video. Subscribe to catch all of my new videos and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye!